welcome back to another vlog. This will be another week in the life vlog. Today is Tuesday morning. You hear my son in the background. I'm in his room. This is artwork. His little board where he goes over letters. And then Old McDonald's farm and some first words. So we're in here hanging out and going over a couple of words before our nanny comes at 8:30. And then I am headed off to the gym. And say I'm going into the office so you guys will see more business stuff because the next few days I'm going to be in the office. Yesterday I spent the day packing up some clothes. The rest of the weekend that you guys didn't see on the last vlog was pretty much spent packing clothes up for our move. And I have everything arranged. I got the movers arranged. I have the home organizers arranged to unpack and put everything away and organize it at the other house. So yeah, today or this week is mostly about business. You guys saw me and BJ met last week, so I have a lot of action items from that meeting. So that's what I'm gonna be taking care of over the next 3 days in addition to my usual tasks. So this is going to be a great week. It's already started off great. Yeah, let's get started on an amazing and fantastic and awesome, and all those words I say all the time, week.
Hi, my name is Michaela. I am a personal trainer and also do stretching and soft tissue, a little bit of recovery. I am working with Tatum today. We're doing some core and some cardio. She's gonna hate it because she hates everything that has burpees in it, but it's great. My business is Rehab to Fitness. You can learn more about me at www.rehabtofitness.com. All right, so we're gonna do butterfly sit-ups. All the way back, all the way up. You got 10. You jump and push press. We're gonna do knees to elbow, but you're only gonna do it on certain rounds.
Girl, what?
That's what I said, you're gonna hate it. But that's what I said, we're only gonna do it on the even rounds. Then we got your favorites, the burpees. But you don't have to jump up on the box this time. It's regular.
Okay, this is ghetto. Very ghetto.
Then we're gonna do hands to your opposite foot.
Okay.
And then last but not least, med-ball slams.
Hey guys, I'm back home from the gym and I'm getting ready to eat some oatmeal before getting dressed to go to the office. I really like this oatmeal. It's called Kodiak, I don't know. It's protein based oatmeal. I love the waffles. I showed y'all the waffles in the last week's vlog, but I have the oatmeal too. It's 12 grams of protein per serving, so I'm gonna eat that real quick before going to the office. It's 10:25 right now, so the goal is to get to the office by 11, and by 11:30. I mean, I need to leave the house by 11, get to the office by 11:30. I'm going to work to maybe about 4:30, stop by Trader Joe's on the way home, and then come back home to my guys, Big B and Little B. All right, so I didn't get out the house on time. So I ended up leaving at like 11:15. Right now it's 11:45, so I'm late getting to the office, but it's all good. I'm just gonna show you guys a couple things and then I'm gonna work. I don't know how people be actually working and vlogging, but I'll maybe set up the camera and give you guys a couple of time lapses or something like that. But I'm getting ready to, I just parked, walk into the office, put my food in the refrigerator, and then get to work. We got some things to do. All of my action items from my meeting with BJ on Friday, so just some business planning things. So today I'm really in executive mode and just looking over some things from our meeting on Friday. So for example, coming up with some of our company benefits and things like that we're going to be offering. So we already have like our health insurance and stuff like that we have our quotes for and things. It's about to be enrollment season, so now I'm just coming up with some other benefits. We have some that we already offer, but I just need to be a little bit more detailed of like offerings of things that we're going to give as perks with the company. In addition to that, we already have our focus for the new year, so I'm ironing out a new service that we're going to be offering those who've come through Find Your Voice Academy, which is pretty much step one to working with Anchor Media. So we have some stuff that we're going to be offering to podcasters that we worked with. So just ironing out all the details of that. I'm really excited about that program because it's really going to be marketing and managing of podcasts. So with Find Your Voice Academy, we have people who come in who haven't launched their shows yet. So we help them get their shows together to be marketable, profitable, developing their systems and all of that with the show. And then we have people who come to us whose shows are already out. And so we work with them on getting their listeners up. And so this is pretty much like a graduate program, a continuation of our other offerings that they can take advantage of afterwards, where we pretty much market and manage their podcast. So I'm putting all of that stuff together and ironing out this new program we're going to be offering before I introduce it to them before the year is out. Working on that. Also, just some more business to business initiatives we have. Like one of our biggest focal points for 2022 is B2B. And so I've told you guys in previous vlogs that I focused heavy on like passive versus active income. I think after 2020 was when I made that focus. Now going into 2022, I want to increase our business to business dealings. And so and I'm really excited about this because one of the cons, so to speak, of being a more business to consumer type of entity is that even if you have passive income like books or courses or whatever, I say it's passive-ish because you have to show up so much in order to sell them, unless you're doing like ads and stuff like that. But if you're somebody who is not taking advantage of the different ads and you're marketing it yourself, you're showing up YouTubes and Instagram lives and emails and all this content that you have to create to build your audience and to get them into your sales funnel. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for smaller checks. To be frank, a book is not going to cost but so much. It's beneficial when you have like a coaching program and stuff like that that's more premium price because the payoff is higher. But something that I wanted to do was really focus on business to business stuff, so I can go to a company and develop a podcast for them and get paid like easily 5 figures and not even have to do a lot of the content creation as far as you guys go, but more so developing the materials on the back end for like our pitches and proposals and stuff like that. And that's the stuff that I love to do anyway. Today I'm in executive mode as far as what I'm doing business wise. Tomorrow I'm going to be recording a podcast and stuff, so that will be more talent mode. And so I found it to be very helpful to separate the different hats that I wear by days. So I do all of my executive tasks on one day. So that way I'm really tapping into my business acumen and my brain and all of that and really have my head down getting work done. And then on the days that I'm in talent mode is when I'll probably wear a little bit more makeup and get super dressed up, and then I'm on camera to record the podcast, creating any other type of talent based thing. So like emails or I'm done my book, but there's still like work that needs to be done for the book. So making sure that the publishing company has the things that they need for me, meetings as far as like we have a video shoot next week, so getting stuff together for that. So that's all of that stuff that requires me to be Tatum Temia, so to speak, is stuff I do on one day. But I like to be head down Tatum Iommi K, MBA, the CEO of this company. I like to do that all on one day. So that's what I'm focusing on today. And then I told you I got to go to Trader Joe's before I go home. And I have to be home at 7 to give my baby a bath, because there are boundaries to this business thing, to where I have to spend time, mommy and baby time in the mornings and stuff like that before our nanny comes. And then I'm home by bath time so I can give him a bath, and BJ usually puts him to bed, so I'll give him a bath and get him all greased up. He be looking like a little chicken, like he going in a deep fryer. Look, we black, okay? Our skin be dry, we need moisture, so he be super moisturized. So yeah, that's pretty much how the day is going to go, so follow along. So I'm in the office. One thing I didn't tell you guys in the car that I have to do today is do our outlook for 2022. So something that we do around Q4, because we do our evaluation period at the end of Q3. So one thing we do in Q4 is plan out the whole next year. So what that means is I'll have everything ironed out from our offerings. I told you guys about a new program that we're going to be putting out. So that's going to be included in our 2022 outlook. Anything else that's coming out next year is like my book is going to come out next year. So that's going to be on the 2022 outlook, and just any other releases, anything else that's going on within the company is all going to be written out. And we have our company meeting at the end of the year every year, and so I present pretty much the plan for 2022 to our team, so everybody knows what we're working on for the whole year. We're not creating no new products midway through the year. We're not coming up with anything. We're just implementing a plan that was already set. And so that's a big takeaway from BJ and I's meeting, because he tells me, based off of our financial review, what's the most lucrative. I have a meeting with my marketing manager and she tells me what's performing the best. I have a meeting with myself to think about what I actually want to do, you know. So putting all of those things together, we then come up with the focus and the specific offering. So again, if we're doing more B2B, what is that? What does that look like? What's the process for that? And so having this outlook for the next year allows us to clearly see what we're working towards, even with the budget, right? So one of the things that BJ does is he does our financial review for the year, but he also does the budget and the forecasting for the next year. And so it's great because this year we're closing out right on track with our financial goals. And so based off of what we did this year, and then the general idea that we have of what we're going to be doing next year, we have now a new budget as well as new financial projections for next year. And so usually what I do when I set the goal financially for the year is I try to, in previous years I've done too much, like, oh, we're gonna do $1 million. Relax. So but this year I'm going to take up the projection by maybe like 50,000 or so. Nothing that's unattainable, but I still want it to be a lofty goal in a sense to where we have to work hard to do it. You know, we can coast and still close out an easy year at like $250,000, but I want to really push us higher. So I'm going to set our financial goal for the new year, and then all of this will be kind of the foundation of our team meeting that we do in December. And so that's the biggest thing I'm doing today, and that's the first thing I'm gonna do because it's the most important. So I just made me some coffee, I cleared off my whiteboards, and I'm getting ready to fill them up. But something else though before I get to writing on my whiteboard is I'm about to pray. Really usher in the Holy Spirit, do a little praise and worship for a little bit to clear out my mind, the busyness of the morning. I'm sore from that workout this morning, so really just clear my mind so that God can really guide me on anything I may be missing. So he's already been speaking to me, of course, about what our goals are, what we need to focus on for the new year. But as I write this stuff out and really create this outlook for 2022, I just want to make sure that he is in the midst as always. So that's how I'm going to start it off, playing some prophetic instrumentals on my phone, on like Apple Music. You can just search, even on YouTube, you can just search prophetic instrumentals. I don't like stuff with words. Like I really don't want to hear anything but the Holy Spirit. So I let the music play, but I don't want to hear like specific songs with words or anything like that. So that's what I'm about to do. Let's get to work, okay? Hey guys, so I am done. Everything on. Hey guys, I'm done with the going over like the scope of next year. So now I'm back in my computer. I'm pulling everything into a Google Doc So I separated them. I had like the 2022 offerings outlook so that we know what we're offering each quarter. We started doing this because it came to the point a couple of years ago where we didn't plan the year in advance. So the consequences of that was we were creating things to sell and kind of just moving on the fly, so to speak. And so it was hectic on everybody, the marketing team, me. I had to keep even the consumer. So it's like the consumer was getting confused because we didn't pre-plan everything. So when you don't pre-plan things, stuff can fall through the cracks. Or you don't have the ability to be as strategic and as thorough as if you planned well in advance. It just wasn't as thorough as I like things to be. And so we started planning the year out so we can make sure we have like, there are 3 different brands that's under Anchor Media. So there's my brand, Anchor Media in of itself is a brand, and then the podcast brand. We approach them as 3 different brands. That's why they look different. The tone and everything is different on all of them. And so with that, we were at the point where we were creating things where we were releasing too much on the Anchor Media side, or we were releasing too much on the Blessed and Bossed Up side and on my side. So it was just like, okay, now by just planning out the year, we can spread stuff out and then kind of see, you know, if this is going to be too much on us, if it's going to be confusing on the consumer because we're doing too much. And so I just did all of that. And so the first part was the offerings outlook, just so I can make sure that everything is spaced out appropriately, everything is making sense, it's flowing. We're able to not only know when something is launching, but we're able to then plan our time appropriately to be able to reach our sales goals and all the things. And so I break it up. First part, like I said, is the offerings, and then the second part is operations. So that way internally we know what's going on. So we know when we have a new batch of interns starting, so then we know when we need to start posting the job postings for them. We know when we have on a calendar to where marketing, I call it the MMM, which is marketing money meeting, which is pretty much where our marketing manager will meet with BJ to just see the full cycle of marketing, right? Marketing is supposed to drive sales, and you can't be super, what was the word I'm looking for? You can't be as efficient as possible as a marketer if you don't know how that directly ties into sales. In the same way I told you guys before, we shouldn't get to December before we realize our marketing isn't working, let's say for like a reach or awareness or anything like that. But we also can't wait to see if our marketing is working, as well as successfully driving sales and meeting our financial goals. So I have it on the calendar to where our marketing manager and BJ will meet, and I'll probably be in that meeting too because I just like to see where we're at. So I'll probably just be there observing. And also like our annual review, which we did last week that y'all saw in Q3, and then like some mid-year stuff. So mid-year evaluations, mid-year trainings, mid-year like team building stuff we'll do. And then I have like our company meeting that we do in Q4, and I want to do like a holiday celebration or something at the end of next year. So I got everything ironed out between our offerings as well as our operations. So this has been very productive. Now I'm getting ready to, it's 1:47, so now I'm getting ready to have a meeting with my assistant at 2 o'clock. We usually meet on Mondays, but I pushed it back to today because yesterday I was like at home doing stuff around the house and packing and all of that, so I wasn't really working like that. So I'm getting ready to go and heat up my lunch that I brought so I could eat that while we're meeting, and she's filling me in on all of her updates and everything. And then I'll get back to work on all the things that's still left on this to-do list. But getting this done was my most important thing, and so I was able to get it done within a good amount of time. So I'm proud of myself. Time to eat. All right guys, I am done working for the day. I'm finished working on time. I just ordered me a sandwich because I didn't even eat like my snacks. I had my lunch. I still have like 2 snacks I didn't eat. So I'm doing like really good with my calories. I'm like way under my calories actually. So I'm about to get a po' boy that I like from my spot over here by the office. So I'm gonna order it for pickup go to Trader Joe's, grab it, and then head home. I'm excited because I got to the office today. My new computer came for our marketing manager. So she needed a new computer because all of this content that we create with Anchored Media was slowing her computer down. And I was going to buy a new laptop, or I was going to buy a company laptop, but I remember this is actually my old MacBook, and maybe in 2019, I think it was, my computer just shut down. Like, it broke. And I've actually had it since 2014. So it had been some time. I was like, fine, I'm about to just go buy me another one. So I went to the Apple store and bought the MacBook that I have now. So when it came up that she needed a new computer, or that we needed to buy a company computer, instead of buying one, I'm like, oh, maybe I can just send mine back to Apple and have them fix it, because I remember they said like for like a set rate, something like that, they'll just fix whatever's wrong with it. So I had my assistant call them, and I paid like maybe $700 or so, I think. I don't remember. It was definitely under $1,000, and I was able to get my computer fixed. So problem solved. I saved money because MacBooks cost at least $1,000. I'm really excited. I bought an Anchored Media, a little laptop bag that I'm going to put it in, and I want to get an Anchored Media cover for it, but I gotta erase it because all my stuff is still on it. I didn't even expect that. So I'm going to wipe it clean and give it to her. But I'm hyped because we got the computer. I saved me some money, and now she has what she needs to continue to be amazing and produce all this content. Something else I'm taking home from the office is this ring light. Let's see if I could lift it. I'll just flip the camera and show you. This is the ring light that we use for our retreats. I had a couple that were left over from the last retreat, and you guys met my trainer early on today. She was all nervous on camera, but we got to talking about her needing like a tripod and stuff. She just launched her business, and so I remembered I had these at the office, and while we were there I thought about it like, oh, I'm gonna bring her one, but I wanted to surprise her, so I didn't say anything. I'm gonna take this home and give it to her tomorrow. She's gonna be so happy. But she needs to create content, and she said she didn't have the tripod or like the ring light, and I was telling her about this. She said she liked it, so I'm gonna take it to her tomorrow. I'm sure she'll be excited about that. But I'm excited for her and her business, so anything I can do to help promote fellow Black women that are out here doing their thing, I'm here for it. What you doing?
I'm sending an email.
To who?
Some people I work with.
About what?
About some marketing stuff.
Why are you emailing about marketing and you're an accountant?
Because I'm trying to be multifaceted.
For another company?
This is a trick question because I actually work for this very company, so no.
You work for Anchored Media too.
Which one pays me?
That's a fact. Send that email. I'm back in the kiddos room. I'm getting ready to do a ride on my Peloton right here. I'm about to, I say do a ride. No, I'm not after that workout. I'm about to do a stretch because my hips, lower half gets so tight, it's crazy. And it's because of the working out, of course. We do a lot of squats and stuff like that, but also when I work from home, I'm in the bed and I have like the little pillow and I got my laptop, but it's just not comfortable for sitting in the same spot, sitting up in the same spot for hours at a time. So I'm about to do a stretch routine, but I can't wait till we go to the other house because it's more space. Like the baby still will have his playroom and his own space where him and the nanny is, and then I can work where I'm not like right on top of them. So like if I was to not be in my room and work, the only other places would be like this loft area that we have, or like the living room, but then the baby will be in the background of everything because he be, you know, home all day. And then BJ be having calls, so then I gotta listen to his calls. So it's just not enough space. I'm not working out Friday this week because my trainer's going out of town, and then tomorrow she's actually going to stretch me after the workout, which I can't wait for because she like you saw in the vlog, she doesn't just do training, she does stretches. So she's a pro. Whenever she stretches me, my body be like click 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 click. She be putting me back together. And then once the guys get back, they went on a walk to the little neighborhood food spot that has some really bomb food. They went there because BJ has a sweet tooth. He wanted some, they had this really good like Oreo banana pudding, so he went to get that. And then so by the time they get back, we'll hang out as a family. Me and BJ also have to watch a finale to one of our shows. Hey guys, happy Thursday. I am working from home today because it's a lot that I have to do, and so whenever that happens, one of my things is I work from home because it's just easier, because I don't have to spend time getting dressed. I don't have to commute. I don't have to leave the office to get back home in time. I'm already in the house. So that's my fallback plan. Whenever I need to really focus on a specific task, I have to be in the office for that, because the baby is still here with the nanny, and then like if he hears me, he comes up the steps and tries to come to me and stuff like that. So I'm going to go back tomorrow. So I'm going to meet my dad at the office and have him bring all of the stuff, the boxes that's in there, to the house that we're moving into. There's like a good sized shed in the backyard, so we're just going to put the stuff in there so we can get it out my space. And so yeah, today I have a meeting with a videographer. We're getting ready to shoot. We're getting ready to rebrand or officially establish a full brand for me, and it feels good because for so long I've been like the voice behind the podcast, but I started podcasting almost 5 years ago. I am not in the same space I was when I started the show. I'm not in the same financial space. I'm not in the same marital space. Like, I was single, living on my own. Wasn't really saved yet, so I was still out here running these streets, you know, living living my best lukewarm life. And so yeah, I was just in a totally different place, very much so in grind mode when it came to business. So now it's a lot different, you know. I'm more established in business. I make more money in business. I'm married, I have a child, I want to grow my family. So there's a lot more to me than when I started the podcast. And that doesn't mean that I need to change the content, so to speak, on the show, but I really wanted to introduce myself as the woman behind the podcast, if that makes sense. Video where I'm going to post it here on my YouTube and then like social media and like my website, so people could understand who I am and what I do, and really highlighting the executive life. So what we're trying to communicate is that I help female founders master the executive life, and that's through faith, strategy, and execution. And so that's what you'll see on this channel. That's what you'll see as far as content from me goes. That's what a lot of what my book is about. I want to show women that they can live their best executive life. Like, they can have the family, you can have the business. You don't have to sacrifice one for the other. It's just a matter of being strategic, and you can do it all God's way. So that's the goal of what we want to communicate. And so that's what we're going to meet about at 12. Then I have to listen to my client's podcast, give her some feedback. Then I have a bunch of other things to do. We're hiring right now, and thankfully, because I did wake up earlier today, and after the prayer call, spent some time with God, I was able to get something done because the baby slept in. Won't he do it? The baby slept in this morning, so I was able to get some stuff done. We're hiring for interns right now, so I was able to get the job posts out, and really knock a lot off my to-do list. But I still have a lot to do because I'm not working on Friday. So today and tomorrow is pretty much where I have to wrap up everything I needed to do this week. So I'm at home and I'm about to get it done. I explained all that to y'all because you might not see too much of the time lapses of working. It's easier to do in the office, but when I'm at home and my hair tied up, baby, I'm working, okay? But yeah, that's what I have on the plate for today. Before I go, I got so many good things from Trader Joe's yesterday, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited about all of the stuff that I bought. I got some beautiful flowers, and then of course I got like all the good food and stuff for me and BJ to eat. And a good thing about working from home too is I cook on the days that I work from home. So yesterday we ate out for dinner, and then today I'm making dinner, and then we have like the Trader Joe's meals. But BJ works from home indefinitely, so but he's so glued to his computer working, he doesn't really cook like that. Or even though he can just kind of get up and make something, he doesn't really have the time. So I try to keep some food in the fridge. So we finished the short ribs I made over the weekend earlier than expected because my grandma came over. I was so excited because they were so bomb. I gave some to my aunt. So my little food plan was cut short because I was giving food away. So now that I'm home, I'm gonna cook a couple of things so it's food in the house, especially for when I'm gone tomorrow. And then Friday I'll be home, so I'll cook for us then. But that's an overview of what we're getting into today. Let's get this day started. Today is Friday, and we are speaking at a virtual event this evening. So we're on our way to the office. We're going to do it there so that way the baby isn't in the background and all of that good stuff. BJ just bought some pizza from the gas station. Mind you, I just ordered some sushi and Japanese food. I say, BJ, do you want something? No, I'm not that hungry. He gets sushi and then proceeds to come out the gas station with some pizza. I don't understand. Anyway, just gonna let him enjoy that nasty pizza. It's our Friday night. Hang out at the office for a little bit. We got the sitter. Hey guys, happy Saturday. Y'all like my hair? It's cute, right? We got a name or something. I don't know. This is a wig that my stylist made for me. I wanted some color. It's long. So I'm gonna introduce my husband to his girlfriend once he gets home. You know. But how my hair changed like 4 times in the course of this vlog. Listen, I am a black girl, okay? And we like to do different things with our hair. I am back home. The guys are out visiting BJ's dad. So I'm home alone. I'm getting ready to do a little bit of cooking. I'm gonna make some muffins for the kiddo. Y'all, it used to be my schedule that worked very well to batch cook. Y'all know I like to do things in batches, it just helps. But to batch cook for the toddler. So I would make his food for the month and freeze it. Put a little bit in the refrigerator for the next few days, freeze it, and then pull from there for the rest of the month. But this guy has gotten so freaking picky lately, I haven't been able to do that. It's been like 2 times that I've cooked for him a big batch and he's not eating it, and I've had to toss it. And I'm not trying to waste food around here. It's not gonna happen. Me and BJ weren't gonna eat it because the baby eats very well as far as ingredients go. So like all his stuff is organic, it's from scratch. I do all the things to give him the healthiest food possible. But what be missing a lot of times is some flavor. He loves it, but I need the salt, I need the preservatives, I need the sugar, okay? I am older and I've grown up on all the foolishness, and so I'm a little bit more attached to it. He is young, he don't know nothing else. So for us, some stuff we just ain't trying to eat. Today, one of the things that he loves is pasta. You never go wrong with pasta. And I make this really good hidden veggie pasta sauce. So I'm never tripping that he eats it a lot because I have vegetables in it, so he's still getting the nutrients that he needs. And he's picky, but he eats a very well-balanced meal, even if it's the same 5 things I keep in rotation all day. Nevertheless, I'm gonna make him some muffins. I'm not going to show that in the vlog. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see some of my healthy toddler recipes that are easy. I would love to do a children's cookbook, a cookbook for busy moms who want their kids to eat well. Like that would be what I want to do. So we'll see. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you guys want to see. And maybe I'll do some videos going through the full thing of cooking. And then for me and BJ, I'm going to be out all day tomorrow, taking the baby out, and I'm thinking I'm gonna go get my grandmother and take her to brunch or something like that. So me, her, and the baby could spend some time together. But that means tomorrow I probably won't have time or feel like making dinners for Sunday. So what I'm gonna do is make the dinner now. So BJ has food in the house tomorrow, and once I get home from being out all day tomorrow, I got some good food too. So I'm gonna be making barbecue short ribs. I've already seasoned them. So here they go. Cleaned, dried, seasoned now, and I'm gonna make them in my crock pot. So I'm gonna try to get them in by 6. I'm gonna cook them on high for like 4 to 5 hours, and so that'll be just right before we go to sleep, so it's perfect timing. I just need to hurry up. But I'll walk you guys through doing the short ribs. This will be the last part of my weekly vlog, and y'all let me know if y'all want to see more of this. So this is the pan. All right, so this is how I was going to go with the short ribs. I'm about to wing it. I love cooking. I look at different recipes all the time, and I like to imagine like the different recipes and how it would taste, what I like, what I don't like, what I want to experiment with, all of the things, and then I experiment and figure out if I like something or if I don't. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. Y'all saw me cook yesterday. Today BJ was like, man, I didn't give you enough credit for dinner last night. It was good, cause them lamb chops was fire, and he had salmon too. He had a whole surf and turf situation. All right, so we're about to brown the short ribs on all sides. I think I could fit. I love this pan that I have. It's called Our Place is the company that I got this pan from. I saw their not Facebook, but their YouTube ads all the time. I asked my sister to get it for me for Christmas last year, and she did. It's literally the only pan I use. I love this pan. They're not even sponsoring this video at all. They should. All right, the stove is on high heat. We're getting ready to brown these on all sides before we make a little sauce and put it all in a crock pot to get marinated, slow cooked for 4 hours. It's important to note that we are not cooking the short ribs. We are simply browning them on each side. All of the juice that comes out in this pan is going to be very, very useful for the sauce that we're making. Ooh, that's going to be good and tender. So we're going to let it cook on that side for about 2 minutes on this high heat. And then we're going to transfer this over to the crock pot and get started on our sauce that's going to go on top of it. So here are the short ribs in the crock pot. They are brown on each side. Now it's time to make the sauce that we are going to put on top of them before we close it and let them slow cook. All right, so the first step to the sauce is onions. This is probably about 2 onions chopped up, and these onions came pre-chopped. So looking at it, I'm guessing that it's either 1 large onion or 2 small ones. I'm using this wooden spoon spatula to really scrape up those burnt pieces at the bottom, because that is flavor that we love and we want to use. So I'm going to let these cook for about maybe 2 minutes or so. Let me turn it up some. Maybe 2 minutes or so till they're nice and translucent. All right, so now it's time to add our next ingredient, which is some beef broth. I poured out a little bit of the oil because I don't want sauce to be too oily, so I'll pour some of it out, especially because we're about to add in some more liquid. Usually, if I didn't forget, I would have put some celery as well as maybe like some carrots in this recipe, but I forgot to get them from the store. I also don't really like carrots that much, so I'm not mad that I forgot that, but I definitely should have used some celery. I am definitely not measuring. I'm just gonna let the Holy Spirit lead. I also have a pretty big crock pot, so I'm going to need a good amount of this juice to put on top of the short ribs. So I'm going to let this simmer for a second, and then I'll add in the next thing. Okay, as you can see, that's cooking up really well. The next ingredient is going to be the red wine that we opened last night. Again, I'm not measuring Nathan. I have a secret ingredient I'm going to put in here. I'm not going to show y'all, but just know it's going to be fire. Turn it down and put the lid on for a little bit, but let's season it. So I'm going to put all of this poultry blend that I have. It's, what's all here in here? It's thyme, it's sage, and some rosemary. So I'm going to put that all in there. That cook together, and then I'm going to season it. Then I'm going to let it simmer to thicken up, and then add my secret ingredient. All right, this is the sauce. Seasoned it, added my secret ingredient. Now we are ready to put it in a crock pot with those short ribs and let it cook. There it is. Everything is on top of the meat. Now I just got to close the crock pot, let it cook on high for 4 to 5 hours. Well, you guys, that's it for my vlog. Thank you so much for watching, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this week vlog of mine, showing you everything from business to my family to cooking and home life. This is me. The only thing I'd probably, well, not probably, but the only thing I didn't show you guys was more so of my time with God, but that's personal. So I'll find a way to maybe include that to where it makes a little bit of sense, but I haven't figured that out yet. So I'll figure out how to add that in or just show you guys some things without it being too invasive. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this vlog. If you want me to continue doing the week in the life vlogs, let me know if you learned something else about me. You guys are able to see more than what you hear on the podcast. I'm really excited to show you more on this YouTube platform. So that's it. Make sure that you like, subscribe, you hit that notification bell so that you don't miss when I post another vlog or another video. Peace. Have a great week.